Nearly 75% of Cedar Rapids streets rate as poor to mediocre when it comes to their current conditions.
And supporters of extending the city's local option sales tax to fix the streets hope those ratings reinforce their arguments for the November 5th vote. The nonprofit transportation group called TRIP tracks road conditions nationwide. It released its figures on Cedar Rapids streets today. They show that 48% of Cedar Rapids streets are in poor condition. Another 25% rate as mediocre. KCRG TV 9's Dave Franzman joins us now live from Cedar Rapids. And Dave, do these street rankings have a connection to the upcoming vote?
Bruce, most certainly. Now, the option tax supporters in Cedar Rapids didn't pay for this kind of research we're talking about, but they did cover the expenses for one of these group members to come to Cedar Rapids and to talk about what those numbers mean. Now, whenever you hear Cedar Rapids drivers complain about all the potholes and the problem streets, it's not just the imagination. The streets here are in worse shape than you find in some other cities. The TRIP organization recently completed a survey of city streets nationwide. It included cities of 250,000 population or larger. One associate director of research said if Cedar Rapids were on the list, the city might have made the top 10 of worst streets. And the cost impact on drivers from repairs and vehicles losing value quicker is enormous.
Each Cedar Rapids driver is losing about $700 each year because they're driving over rough roads, and that's significantly higher than the national average, which is somewhere in the $300 range.
Cedar Rapids Mayor Ron Corbett says the city right now is spending about $18 million a year on streets. Switching to the 1-cent local option tax would add another $11 to $12 million a year to that road budget. Option tax opponents who are organizing now say they agree streets need work, but have trouble trusting current city leaders.
There's so many things that can go wrong. The council can change its mind. New people come in and say, well, we really need this for this. It's very important.
Option tax supporters point out the use of the money is spelled out on the ballot, and it says streets. They'll also hear the argument about money wasted on other things instead of streets, and they're ready for it.
They're just going to throw out a bunch of rhetoric here and demagogue the issue in the last couple days of the campaign. There is no way that we were going to be allowed to take some money that we would have spent on the Paramount Theater and put it in the streets.
Now, should Cedar Rapids voters approve the current 1-cent local option sales tax would be extended for 10 years. Now, that extension and the money going only for streets would start when the current option tax expires, and that would be next June 30th. Live in Cedar Rapids, Dave Franzman, KCRG TV.